This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to SSB Technologies. This is Fusion Technical Training, and myself Hanmant Reddy Narpala. I have 10 plus years of experience on Oracle Cloud and EBS, Oracle EBS. No, last 5 years I have been working on Fusion Technical, and I'm working. I have been working on Fusion Technical. So I have involved in supports and implementation projects, and mostly I worked on most part of thing I worked on SCM and HCM, like supply chain management and human capital management. So we will be starting our demo session today. So for today's agenda, it's introduction of Fusion applications and differences between Cloud ERP and EBS, and Oracle Cloud deployment options. Then we will be discussing in what is a SaaS and what is a PaaS and what is an IaaS. And we will be logging into Oracle Cloud applications, and then we can see what are the minimum navigation that we should aware. So let's get started with the first. What is the differences between Oracle Cloud and EBS? First of all, Oracle Cloud, it is being built on Oracle Cloud infrastructure. That infrastructure handle we will discuss in further slides. First, let's try to understand the Oracle this differences between Oracle Cloud and EBS. Maybe some people might not be aware of the Oracle EBS. That's nothing to worry about that, because we can directly start with the career by going into Oracle Cloud itself. And Oracle Cloud is not like being built on based on Oracle EBS. It's built on based on now certain open standard platforms, and by combining all the features from PeopleSoft and EBS and CBIL and JD Edwards. So any person can learn, either from PeopleSoft person can learn, or like EBS person can learn, and fresher can also learn this Oracle Cloud. Anyone can learn. It's like you should have a GL and some part of SQL basics. So let's get started with the differences. Like Oracle Cloud can be accessed anywhere, anytime, and on any device we can access the Oracle Cloud. When we compare with the Oracle EBS cannot be accessed that easily how you can access the Oracle Cloud. It has to be, it has to be accessed within the work office station, and we cannot access outside the network of the office network. That is the main, difference between cloud and Oracle on-premise. We call that, Oracle EBS is the on-premise application. Oracle Cloud gets automated software updates and cost, so cost and pain, it is linked with the new releases is comparatively very less. Which means, like Oracle Cloud releases automatic software updates on quarterly wise. For this releases, for these updates, we don't need to, take more time, and we need to involve the people. We don't need to involve the people. Oracle does it automatically for Oracle Cloud. Whereas in Oracle EBS, it is an in-house application, and mean like it is being built in our client environment. So the patch has to reach to the customer, and they need to install, and they need to down the system. This activity, it is linked with the higher expenses, and it gets a constant, Oracle Cloud gets a constant automated software updates, whereas in Oracle EBS needs a more time and effort, and IT team, like more people has to involve in during the software updates in Oracle EBS. Oracle Cloud allows the organization to quickly, you know, uh, to achieve the new functionality at a lower price, which means, if anything, if any new functionality that needs to be added in Oracle Cloud, Oracle, this vendor is Oracle, right? That they did automatically that it comes to the customers whoever is using the SaaS application. Unlike in Oracle EBS, it is like, it's a quite difficulty to achieve that functionality. They need to involve the DBA people, and they need to take care all the, precautions before applying the patch. It's like a time consuming process in on-premise application called Oracle EBS. These are the like basic difference. There are like version-wise differences are there. It supports, Oracle Cloud supports for best support for the integration. Here also Oracle EBS also supports the integration. The problem is it involves the more time and consuming, and any standalone application can be installed in Oracle Cloud. Here also we can do that, but it's need more time and more people has to involve, and more cost also it is involved in Oracle EBS on-premise application. So this is the basic difference, and this Oracle Oracle Cloud application is being built on
This
application
conference
is
will now
built
be recorded.
yeah, the Fusion Oracle Cloud Fusion applications is built on Oracle Cloud infrastructure. You know, it is it is being built on with some open standards based platforms, which is Oracle SOA, Oracle WebLogic Server, JDeveloper, OBIEE, Web Center Portal, Web Center Content, Enterprise Manager, Identity Management. We'll discuss each one. Like, what does this? Briefly, we'll discuss. Oracle SOA is the service oriented architecture. It takes care of the all the flows within the application, like data flowing from one application to another application, all the things it will take care in Oracle Server. WebLogic Server is a server where we do all the deployment, all the Java application is deployed in WebLogic Server. JDeveloper is a IDE where we develop using this JDeveloper, we develop the Java applications, that is like ADF, and all the things will be doing from Java developer. OBI is again, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Express Enterprise Edition, which is used for developing the reports, dashboards, and analytical reports. All the things will be doing from using this one. And Web Center Portal, it is to enable the web services, and it is to provide the access to the third-party systems. It is to use to store internal websites and social websites. It is to take care all the social websites. Everything it is taking care this Web Center portal. And Web Center content, it is like content management, where we do all the documents, all the things it will take care in the Web Center content. Enterprise manager is the master, it is to check the system health. how it is there. So it is mainly to monitor the system health checkup and identity management. It is nothing but the user creation, user updation, basically it is a user management or whatever user creation or updation, password policies, all the things it will take care in the identity management. And then this fusion application is being built on by using this standalone application. Using this standalone application, we can build not only fusion application, we can build any a standalone application that can be deployed over the internet and that it can be used.
This conference will now be recorded.
This fusion applications is built on by combining, um, below ERP's functionalities. That is, yeah, EBS, JDE, CWell, PeopleSoft. Like by combining the best features and by selecting the best features out of from this ERPs, because this ERP is owned by the Oracle Corporation, PeopleSoft, JDE, CWell, which bought by the Oracle Corporation. So they have collected the best features from each one. EBS is very suitable for the finance. PeopleSoft is very suitable for the HRMS. JD is very suitable for the manufacturing, like CBIL for customer management, like that. They have extracted the best features out of this all these ERPs. They have implemented in Fusion applications. So unlike any web application, we do have a front-end user and in between application server and database server. When we compare with the Oracle application, in similar way, we do have a Oracle Fusion application product families and then Fusion middleware and database server. So this is the Fusion architecture, and it has the bundles of product families like financial and then supply chain management and then project management and uh, HCM, human capital management, and then benefits in the HRMS. Like we do have a multiple product families in Fusion. And Fusion middleware already we have discussed. Like this middleware is used. This middleware is being built by combining that open standard platforms. And these are the products, some of the product families that I have mentioned here in this PPT, and more are there, but I just mentioned few of them. In the human capital management, we have like a core HR, and then payroll, and then performance management, and then again benefits, like sub modules are there. This is and Oracle Fusion perspective, we can call as this one as an offering, and this core HR, this one we can call as a functional areas. That and all we'll discuss in further uh, videos. This is supply chain management and financials and customer relationship management. However, we have a sub modules in human capital management, supply chain management. Also, we do have a purchasing, inventory, order management, and BOM, WIP, this kind of models we do have. In financials also, like general ledger, account payables, account receivables, project management, and fixed assets. These are the general financial models are there. And customer relationship management is another. It is like, and when we discussed about deployment options, like would you have in Oracle Fusion application, we have this kind of a deployment options like public, private, on-premise, hybrid. Public is nothing but one data center is being accessed by the multiple clients. And it means that data won't be shared among the clients. Data is private to them, and one customer data cannot see the another customer. But one data center is managed in a public environment, public deployment. It is best for the SaaS thing, and we'll discuss what is in a SaaS and all. And a private is a data center that is managed by Oracle Corp. Here, in public deployment option or private deployment options, data center is managed by the Oracle Cloud, Oracle or Corporation only. But the usage is quite different. In private, each data center is specific to the each customer. Whereas in public, one data center is shared among the customers. And application is different by each customer, but only data center is managed by the Oracle and it is shared among the customers, and one customer data cannot see the another customer in the public. And the private model is one data center is specific to one customer. On premises, like they are deploying all your data and application in-house application like Oracle EBS. Hybrid is the combination of on-premise and public, on-premise and cloud, which is like they are opting some of the features, some of the sensitive data in hybrid model. Some of the sensitive data they will be installing, they will be keeping in their in-house applications, and some of them they will be keeping in outside their premises. That is like in cloud. So these are the basic difference in public and private and on-premise and hybrid. And this is the Oracle Cloud types, like Oracle, how it is how it is serving their service in Oracle Cloud. There are these things, and there are three types we can see, like SaaS, PaaS, IaaS, and mostly like 70 to 80% of the customers that are currently now opting their software as a service, and people also started going for platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. So I have listed out the basic differences here. Now, on premises, if it is an on premise application, what we do is we maintain the application, we maintain the data, we maintain runtime, we maintain the middleware, we maintain the OS, we maintain the virtualization. And virtualization is something, like operating system. And operating system can be used in virtual and servers and storage, networking. If any on-premise application and any on-premises application, this all the things will be taken care by client itself. Okay. So in software as a service, we'll go from here to here. In software as a service, they actually it is maintained by the vendor. If you see, I have listed out what you manage and what vendor manage in these colors, to understand easily. In software as a service, like a SaaS, everything it is maintained by the vendor itself. Vendor is here Oracle. Oracle itself will maintain everything like applications, data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, servers, storage, networking. If anything goes wrong, Oracle will take care of everything here. It is our job is to raise the SR, and they will look into it and they will make the fix and they will get it everything for you. It is like how you are accessing is a Gmail. It is a Gmail. If you log into your Gmail, only you can see your contacts. If another person, if you log into your Gmail, you will only see your details like your email and your mails, all your personal information you can see. In similar way, if another person logins, he can see his own information. He cannot see another person information. That is like a software as a service. Now we pay something and we'll get as a service. That is SaaS. And platform here accept applications and data All the things it will maintained by the Oracle Corporation. And we can customize the application, we can create the tables, and we can alter the data, we can do whatever we want in data wise, and we can customize the application. Still Oracle supports all the remaining things, like remaining all the things Oracle supports. This whatever the custom application, either in EBS or in Oracle Cloud, the custom application Oracle will not support that. It's our client responsibility that they need to take care, because it is being built by the client. It is not built by the Oracle. Whatever Oracle is built, that it will give the service, that it will give the supports to client. And similarly, infrastructure as a service, you know applications, data, runtime, middleware, OS, all the things it will take. You need to, like, a client has to take care, and vendor will provide virtualization servers and storage and networking, these things. So this is the basic differences between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. This is, like, these are the basic differences we have. And yeah, any questions that you have? Oh, okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
So yeah, we'll discuss about the course content, that what we are going to discuss in the in further sessions. So we'll be discussing, again, the introduction, basic fusion architectures, and deployment options, and what is a SaaS, PaaS, all the things. And I will show, like, by logging into the Oracle applications, and what are the features, and what you need to know, what are the customizations, what are the extensions that we can do. And we discuss the security. In the security, we do have, like, around 4 to 5 sessions. We'll be discussing more into that, and here the technical person has to involve more into here, and they need to understand what are the types of roles we have, and how to log in into the system, and how to create the user, and how to give the roles to the user. And these basic things will be discussed, and how to customize the standard role, and yeah, these things, and how to write some expression language in here in the while customizing the standard role. And inbound integration will be discussing, and outbound integrations. And the outbound integrations will be discussing, like, HCM extracts, HCM, human capital management extracts. And here we'll discuss HDL, data loaders, in the inbound integrations. And the outbound integration will be going for reports, extracts, financial extracts, and HCM extracts. And we will be covering, like, all the three streams. Like financial, we does cover it, and we cover it P2P cycle. And then that not entire P2P cycle that we cover, but whatever it is required for the technical. And then we will be covering all the tables that we required in the P2P table, P2P type, and O2C cycle. And then we'll be discussing more into about reporting tools, like BI reports, and designing how to design the report, how to deploy the report, how to, send the email to the these things, like a busting concept, how to design a multi-layout, and how to design like a summary column and formula, this kind of things. And how we can do in a few Oracle Cloud, that will be going in here. And OTBI reports, like through OTBI reports, how to develop infolettes. These things we'll be discussing, and customizing a Fusion application. As far as SaaS is concerned, how to customize the Fusion application, and at what level we can do that, and what is our limitations. and these things we'll be discussing. And we go BPM is like a business process management. Here it is a replacement of Oracle workflow, and we will be discussing all like approval hierarchies and how to customize the existing hierarchy. We here you need to make sure that in the SaaS model we cannot create the new business process, whereas we can customize the existing business process. Whatever it is allowed as per the SaaS, that we will be discussing in future technical training. And we will be discussing some more in PaaS side also, but mostly we will be covering most basic things, and then it is like, beginner to expert level, we will be going here in this course. Yeah, that's all about like a demo session, and then we will see in the further sessions. Yeah, that's uh, that's end for this demo session.
What will be duration?
Sorry.
Duration.
Yeah, duration it is like 30 to 35 to 40 hours. It's hours. Like it might extend like 45 days or 40 to 45 days.
Okay.
Yeah. You can it's like 45 days. I can say. Any questions? Yep. Yeah. Thank you. If no one has any questions, then we can wind up this session. Thank you.